Oh my god. Hey everybody, how's it going? I just want to let you know beforehand, however long this video is, you're going to hear double feedback because the audio, the microphone when I'm recording on is going to pick up the game audio twice. So, you know, it's what we have to deal with here on OBG TV. So as long as that doesn't bother you too much, I hope it'll at least be in sync. So, you know, it'll be good. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about my thoughts on the Adpocalypse, how I think it's affecting me, and, you know, all that other stuff while I play some Borderlands 2. Let's go in and change really quick the volume. Wow. That's really low. Holy crap, it doesn't get any lower than that. So, yeah, let's continue and farm some stuff and run around while I talk about this stuff. So, sorry that I've uploaded, well, I haven't uploaded, that's the thing. Sorry I haven't been uploading as much. At one point we were at like 34 subs, and since the last time I've uploaded, I've lost 4 subs, which now doesn't seem like a lot. Some channels would be happy to lose only 4 in a couple of months. But yeah, I've lost 4 subs, and for my amount of subscribers, that's an awful lot. But I'm happily been stuck at 3. Obviously, I'd like to move past that. But at least it's not 0 or anything. Am I going to get on there? Fuck, I missed it. I'm farming an infinity pistol at the moment. But I'm bringing up sub numbers and other stuff because I think it leads to what the main topic is, which is the Adpocalypse going on. That's what it's been dubbed by the community. I don't consider myself part of the community because I make really crappy videos. I mean, I'm calling this a frat scrap video, you know, because that's basically what it is. So, I mean, I don't have any, like, making videos look all fancy and shit skills. If I wanted to, I'd have to hire somebody to do that because I can't do it myself. So, that, you know, that should tell you. But I still love making stuff. I'm just not very good at it, I guess. Anyway, see, my thoughts on the Adpocalypse. So I've seen a lot of channels post their numbers and post their stuff, and we all know that Social Blade is only really good for general ID. It doesn't give concrete numbers and stuff. I'm sure there aren't channels out there, unless they're buying, oh, there goes some cans, unless they're buying views and buying subs, you know, that are getting like 20 million views and they only got like 7,000 subs. I'm sure those people aren't, you know, I'm sure they aren't being affected if you're buying views and stuff. Hey, where'd Doc Mercy go? Is he all the way over there? I'm gonna die, aren't I? There he is. So yeah, and I'm obviously not in that camp. But yeah, so a lot of people are getting affected, and some people are saying they're getting their videos flagged as non-advertiser friendly as soon as they're uploaded, as soon as they finish processing, which I'm not having to deal with. And I'm not saying that to be, oh shit, I'm down. I'm not saying that to be cocky and like, haha, I'm better than you or anything, because that's obviously not the case. Come on, die. Okay, I'm out of here. Get me out of here, get me out of here. Oh, shit! I knew it, I heard it, and I knew it. Please die. Get me the fuck out of here. Oh, shit, I'm going the wrong way. Fuck. Alright, I'm free. Ooh, good. I'm just gonna save and quit, but I don't want to die and stuff. Handsome Jack, great character. Anyway, so they say it's crippling channels, which I believe it is. Of course, now we know that channels that are big with, like, you know, fucking, you know, 1 million plus subs, they're probably, unless they're new, now, it's a different thing. If you're a channel with 1 million plus subs, you earned that gold play button. Is it gold? Yeah, you're in that gold play button. You know, you're probably going to get a decent okay from the videos that aren't now. Of course, if every video you upload that were your most popular got demonetized, that would obviously hurt your bottom line. So I guess that's what's going on with some bigger channels. You know, they're being stripped of their most popular videos, and that's hampering their income. So I understand that. But, you know, if it's only your older videos, you really shouldn't mind because they're not getting a lot of traction. Anyway, I think the 1,000 view to review rule is utter shit. And I'm sure I'm not the only one with that opinion. And I think that because I fall into the very small YouTuber category. And I've only have one video that is over 1,000 views. And the second highest video, I think, is one with 300 views. So I hardly have any. I actually only have, I have one. So that's not even like a small percent of my channel that are over 1K views. So, shit. This isn't going good. I'm not paying attention. Die. There we go. So yeah, I'm not feeling the sting so much of the adpocalypse, but this is why I think that is. I think YouTube knows which videos, or not videos, which channels are going to get the most traffic, and they're going by a traffic basis. You know, just like there's no point in doing something where there's no return or profit on it, I believe YouTube may have the mentality, it's like these smaller YouTubers, we're not going to bother giving them adpocalypse stuff because no one's really going to their channel all that much anyway, so there's really no return whether or not we hamper them or not. But again, I'm not saying I know that for sure, it's just all speculation on my end. But it would make sense. My stopwatch thing came unplugged. What did I get? But yeah, that's that would make more sense because if they know it's not worth it to hamper the content, then maybe they don't really care. But I don't know if that makes sense because if they had that mentality, then anybody who didn't have a following could just upload offensive content and then it would get flagged into oblivion. So, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about that. Did I die? Don't tell me I died. Oh my god. Why am I all the way back here? Oh, okay, I didn't die. I must have got thrown back here. I wasn't looking at the screen at the time. But yeah, so I'm not feeling the effects, or that I can notice, of the adpocalypse. Because every one of my videos, now I bring this up because obviously I have the NotPodcast, which I'll be talking about in a second. And I'm not going to say the NotPodcast is the most offensive thing out there, because it obviously probably isn't. I mean, the internet's a wide, open space with varying opinions and shit, so I'm sure I'm not the most offensive one on the internet. I would be glad to claim that crown, but I'm sure that's not the case. But in terms of offensive episodes of podcasts, I'm pretty sure episode 3 would be on a list of at least the top 100. Maybe, 98 or 97. Because it deals with topics that are really hot button issues, not like global warming or anything, but things like abortion and reproductive rights and right to choose and all that stuff, and responsibility when you have sex with people and stuff, all that stuff. And those things are hot button issues that you just don't talk about in normal company. And of course, if that wasn't the worst thing, there's like so much foul language. I don't think it's foul. Foul language is the wrong way to describe language. I think foul language, like any word when you talk about X language, it all depends on how people perceive it, and then they give that title to it. I think language is language, whether you say fuck or whether you say, the C word. I don't like the C word. I actually try not to say it as much because that one really, not triggers. I don't want to say triggers. That's gross word. But it turns me off. I'm a bit, it's a disgusting word. I don't like using it. But I use it when it calls for it, when I think it. And that's another thing, perception. When I think it calls for it, I'll use it. But, there you go. But anyway, in terms of like curse words and swearing, which is in one of the stipulations for qualifying for demonetization, as if you'd want to qualify for it. But yeah, and having a lot of excessive foul language or, cursing and stuff is something that YouTube has stated could be grounds for getting your video demonetized. And there is so much of it in the episode 3, but yet the video stays monetized. And now, sure, the episode's got, I think, less than 40 views. So that's where the low viewership comes into account, where I think people just think, well, no one's watching it anyway, there's no point in enforcing it, right? But, I mean, I don't see why it should all be, I don't know, it seems exclusionary just based on if you have an audience or not. Whereas it doesn't seem like, it's trying to get rid of offensive stuff. It seems like it's like, well, if you're offensive but no one watches your stuff, then it's not such a big deal. Whereas it should be, if you're offensive, we should stop you because we're stopping everybody who's offensive, right? So, and of course, I have other episodes of the NotPodcast that are offensive as well. Well, I think some people would be offended. I don't pull punches when I make an episode. And of course, I don't have any control over what other people say. So they can be as offensive as they want to be, and I can't tell them I don't try and censor them. So they can say whatever they want. So again, I don't have control over that, so that comes into play. They can say whatever they want. And that leaves the grounds for, a wide open discussion of a bunch of different topics that not everybody may want to talk about. And yet, despite that, my stuff doesn't become demonetized. I mean, I've had demonetization because of copyright problems, but I think that's a universal thing on the platform. Like you're not going to get money if you break copyright, which you shouldn't, right? But yeah, so I think it's just I'm not sure, like I said, but I think it should be if they have these criteria where you do these things and you will get demonetized. I think. I don't want episode 3. I don't want my podcast to get demonetized. I'm not trying to say that. And I don't want that to happen when I'm bringing this up. I just think if you're going to have, criteria that spans every video uploaded to the platform, then it should be followed to the letter so people know you're not just saying, well, it only counts if you're this person, or it only counts if your videos have this much viewership. It should be unilateral across every user, not just certain ones, and that's the way it looks like. But again, I don't want my stuff to get demonetized. Heck, my AdSense, I've made not even $10 yet, and I've been on there for like 7 or 8 years. So, I need all the 6 views I get every month more than, anything, because it's going to take me a very, very big, long amount of years to get to that $100 threshold. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to say. I'm not feeling the effects, but again, I think that's just because I'm not that high of a channel with an audience, so maybe they don't see it as being a problem, but who's to say? Until we get an official thing about how they enforce it and stuff, everything is just up in the air to believe what you suspect, is there and stuff. But it still sucks to go through it, and I feel for those whose livelihoods are, all affected. So, sucks for that, but maybe they'll do something about it if enough people raise their hands up. So, now, on the future of the NotPodcast. Now, I know the last NotPodcast episode was quite a while ago, and I apologize for that for anybody who cares. I mean, I don't know if anybody does. But if someone enjoyed it and they're a bit disappointed or that it's not out, I apologize. I'd like to think at least one of the 30 people who are subscribed to me liked the podcast a little bit. It's still worth it to do it, even if only one person watches it that's subscribed to me. That's the way I think. Because I'm thankful for everybody who chooses to subscribe to my channel because, everybody who subs is important to me. So, and I'm always up for having more people, join the OBG, I don't know what to call it, like consortium? I don't know. We don't have a name. Anyway, but yeah. So all my subscribers are important to me. So if there's anybody that was wondering why I haven't uploaded, it's because I don't have anybody to upload with right now. And I know I could just upload it as a solo podcast, but it's just not as fun. And it's more disjointed if you just sit there and talk about stuff by yourself. It's good to have someone to bounce off of. Plus, it opens it up to a whole new viewpoint on things, which I think is important to being interesting and being entertaining. And if I just was to sit there and just run my mouth about my own opinions, it wouldn't be as enjoyable as if there was somebody else there to bounce it off of who may have a different viewpoint than I do, so a lot of people can see it from different, whatever their topics are, they can see things from different aspects and different viewpoints, which I think is important for discourse. There's no problem with discourse as long as it's open and people learn from it, right? So that's why I haven't uploaded a podcast episode in a long while, because I don't have anybody to record with, and the boss man has been doing stuff with his own life, so I'm not about that life of keeping people, making my stuff a priority when they have things to do in their own life. That's not right to do. And I haven't talked to a lot of other people who have appeared on the episodes in the past. I'm sure I could send them a message, but I don't know if they'd be available. So I still very much want to continue doing it. Oh, there goes a car. That's what you get when the windows are open. It's DSP quality content. Raw and unedited. Ha ha ha! Snort. I've been watching a lot of DSP shit. So Dark Side, Dipshit Phil. I've just been inhaling that stuff for the last couple of days. So, but anyway, yeah. So I still very much want to do the podcast and have people on it, but I've just not had anybody to record with, so it's fallen to the wayside. But I'm still very much interested in continuing to do it, and I just have to find people to record with, and once I do that, then I'll be good to go. So, yeah. Now, this is